conference room aboard the United Nations interstellar vessel, UNSS Concordia, was abuzz with anticipation. Delegates from various star systems filled the sleek, modern space, each representing a facet of the vast and diverse interstellar community. The hum of 100 languages filled the air, a testament to the universal translators discreetly embedded in each seat. At the front of the room, Dr. Eliza Marin, a renowned human biologist, adjusted her glasses nervously. Today she was presenting a topic that was commonplace for humans, but evidently a source of endless fascination to the extraterrestrial delegates: human reproductive anatomy. As the lights dimmed, a hush fell over the crowd. A large holographic display flickered to life, casting a gentle blue glow over the faces of the attendees. Eliza cleared her throat and began, her voice steady despite her nerves. Ladies, gentlemen, and esteemed beings of varied biological structures, today I am here to discuss a fundamental aspect of human biology, our reproductive system. Eliza started, her words echoing slightly in the spacious room. The audience was rapt, their eyes fixed on the holograms that now displayed detailed diagrams of human anatomy. Eliza pointed to the various parts, explaining their functions and processes involved in human reproduction. As you can see, human reproduction is primarily biological and involves the union of genetic material from two individuals, typically through a process known as sexual intercourse. Eliza paused, allowing the translator devices to catch up. A murmur ran through the crowd. On one side of the room, a delegate from the gas giant Calum IV, a being composed entirely of swirling vapors, buzzed in its containment suit, a sign of its perplexity. "If I may inquire," buzzed the Calum IV delegate through its translator, "you mentioned two individuals. Is this always the necessary configuration for reproduction in humans?" Eliza nodded. "Yes, typically it involves two individuals, each contributing half of the genetic material necessary to form a new individual." The room erupted in whispers and soft clicks, the equivalent of astonishment in several alien languages. In another corner, a delegate from Arcturus Minor, a species known for their asexual reproduction, raised a luminous appendage. "But why such complexity? Our species, for instance, undergoes binary fission. It is much more efficient and less cumbersome," the Arcturus Minor delegate commented, its voice a smooth, flowing melody. Eliza smiled, acknowledging the point. Indeed, each species has evolved reproductive strategies that best suit their environment and survival strategies. For humans, our method allows for a greater genetic diversity, which helps in the robustness of our species against diseases and environmental changes. Another hand went up, this time from a delegate of Vesperus, a planet where the inhabitants were silicon-based and reproduced by segmenting parts of their crystalline structures. "And how do you accommodate such differences in your interstellar interactions? This seems remarkably delicate and private," the Vesperus delegate queried, its voice a series of harmonic chimes. Eliza chuckled lightly. "It is a delicate matter indeed. In human cultures, reproduction and associated activities are often private and surrounded by various social and cultural norms." The dialogue continued, with questions ranging from the technical aspects of human gestation to the social implications of reproductive partnerships. Eliza handled each query with expertise and patience, facilitating a fascinating exchange of knowledge and cultural perspectives. As the session drew to a close, the delegates applauded, each in their unique way, from claps to clicks to luminous pulses. Eliza felt a wave of relief mixed with pride. The discussion had not only shed light on human biology, but it also opened a window to the diverse ways life had evolved across the cosmos. As the delegates filed out, still buzzing with discussion, Eliza packed up her notes. She was already anticipating the next session, knowing each encounter expanded the horizons of all participants. In the UNSS Concordia, as it sailed through the starlit expanse, the foundations of understanding and cooperation across species were being strengthened. One curious question at a time, Eliza left the conference room still abuzz from the enthusiastic response to her presentation, her mind already racing with ideas for her next talk. However, an unexpected invitation diverted her path. Gliss, an envoy from Tetra Prime, a species known for their intricate neural symbiosis, requested a private discussion. Intrigued, Eliza agreed to meet in one of the smaller lounges of the UNSS Concordia. The lounge was dimly lit, tailored to mimic the preferred ambiance of Tetra Prime, with walls that pulsed softly with a bioluminescent glow. Gliss, whose appearance was a blend of flowing tendrils and soft bioluminescent patches, floated before her, its tendrils gently undulating in the ambient currents of the ship's life support system. "Dr. Marin, your exposition on human reproduction was enlightening," Gliss began, its voice a soft, melodic whisper. "Yet, it opens further queries into the psychological and emotional dimensions associated with your species' reproductive methods." Eliza settled into a chair, her curiosity piqued. "I'm glad to hear you found it interesting. I'm here to discuss whatever you need to know." Gliss pulsated softly, colors shifting with its mood, a sign of contemplation. In Tetra Prime culture, reproduction is not just a biological act but a profound union of minds. We merge neural patterns to ensure compatibility and enhance our offspring's potential. How do humans navigate the emotional complexities inherent in your reproductive process? This question struck a chord with Eliza. It delved into aspects of human life that were often as complicated as they were private. Human emotions are deeply intertwined with our reproductive processes. Relationships, love, sometimes even conflict, play significant roles. Our emotional bonds can influence reproductive partnerships, making them richly complex. Gliss absorbed her words, its glow dimming and then brightening slowly. "Fascinating. And does this emotional connection impact the offspring?" "Yes, it does. The stability of emotional relationships can affect the psychological development of the offspring. Humans invest a lot in nurturing their young, not just physically but emotionally and psychologically." The Tetra Prime envoy seemed to ponder this. "On Tetra Prime, we consider the well-being of our collective first, ensuring that each offspring will contribute effectively to our society. It seems humans place significant emphasis on individuality and personal connections." Eliza nodded, realizing how these discussions bridged gaps between vastly different cultures. "Exactly. Individual emotional experiences are central to our identity. Each person's journey is unique, and this diversity is what I believe makes humanity resilient and vibrant." Gliss floated closer, its tendrils extended slightly towards Eliza in a gesture of camaraderie. "Your insights are invaluable, Dr. Marin. Understanding the personal dimension of human life adds depth to my perception of your species. It is a contrast to our collective-oriented ethos, but there is beauty in such diversity." As they continued to exchange ideas, Eliza was struck by the depth and breadth of alien perspectives. Each interaction not only expanded her knowledge, but also deepened her appreciation for the complexities of life forms across the universe. The dialogue with Gliss provided fresh insights into how deeply cultural and biological differences could affect interpersonal relations, even in matters as fundamental as reproduction. Their meeting extended well into the evening, neither noticing the passage of time as they delved deeper into the nuances of their respective species' philosophies and practices. As they finally parted ways, Eliza felt a renewed sense of purpose. The discussions might be challenging, but they were also a testament to the power of communication and understanding across the stars. Back in her quarters, Eliza reviewed her notes from the conversation with Gliss. The exchange had opened new avenues of thought regarding the interplay between biology and culture. Her reverie was interrupted by a chime at her door. Standing there was Krill, a member of the Arthropodian delegation, a species with exoskeletal bodies and a reputation for their scientific prowess. "Dr. Marin, may I have a moment?" "Your discussion earlier sparked some ideas I wish to explore with you," Krill articulated, his mandibles clicking softly with each word. "Of course, Krill." Eliza welcomed him in. The Arthropodian stepped into her room, his multifaceted eyes glimmering with intellectual curiosity. "I am intrigued by the concept of genetic diversity and its importance to your species' survival. In my world, we manipulate genetic structures directly to enhance desired traits. Your natural method seems less precise." Eliza offered him a seat, her mind racing to frame her response in a way that would bridge their conceptual gaps. It's true that human reproductive methods rely on natural selection rather than direct manipulation. This randomness, though seemingly imprecise, offers a broad spectrum of genetic combinations, which can lead to unexpected beneficial adaptations. Krill tilted his head, his antennae twitching in thought. Fascinating. And risky, perhaps? In our culture, leaving such important outcomes to chance is unheard of. It is somewhat risky, yes, Eliza conceded, but it also provides a kind of resilience. By not putting all our genetic eggs in one basket, so to speak, we maintain the potential to adapt to new challenges over generations. Krill's eyes shimmered as he absorbed this. I see. This adaptability might be something we have overlooked in our own practices. Your approach to diversity might offer us a new model to consider, especially in facing unforeseen environmental changes. The conversation shifted as Krill introduced a device from his planet, designed to analyze genetic material and predict possible evolutionary paths. With your permission, I would like to demonstrate this technology using samples from Earth organisms. I believe it could offer insights into the potential futures of your species. Eliza was intrigued. The opportunity to view human evolution through the lens of arthropodian technology was unprecedented. That sounds like a valuable collaboration. Let's set up a protocol to ensure the ethical handling of any genetic material. Krill nodded, his body radiating approval. Excellent. I will prepare the necessary equipment. I believe this could be the beginning of a significant scientific exchange. As Krill departed, Eliza felt a surge of excitement. The implications of their work could extend beyond mere academic interest, potentially influencing future interspecies collaborations on genetic research. She began to prepare for the upcoming experiments, her mind alive with possibilities. The interface of human genetic diversity and arthropodian genetic precision could unveil novel insights into the science of life itself. Their collaborative work began in earnest, combining detailed genetic mapping with evolutionary simulation models. The days were long and demanding, but the results were more than worth the effort. Each new discovery fueled their discussions. Each question led to deeper understanding. The harmony between their methods and philosophies exemplified the potential for interspecies cooperation, highlighting how diverse perspectives could converge to tackle some of the most complex questions in science. As their project progressed, Eliza documented their findings, eager to share the groundbreaking results with the broader scientific community. The collaboration was not only a melding of technologies, but of minds, proving that the universe, with all its varied forms of life, was indeed a tapestry woven from the threads of infinite diversity. The research with Krill advanced swiftly, blending Earth's biological data with the sophisticated arthropodian technology. Their workroom on the UNSS Concordia became a hub of intense activity, attracting the attention of other delegations interested in the scientific synergy unfolding. One morning, as Eliza was calibrating a complex genetic sequencer, Syl, a representative from the aquatic planet Hydros, approached her. Hydrotians, with their fluid forms and innate ability to manipulate water, were keenly interested in the properties of terrestrial life forms that thrived in such different environments. Syl, to what do I owe the pleasure? Eliza greeted the being, who shimmered with hues of deep ocean blue. We have been monitoring your collaboration with Krill and are intrigued by your methodologies. Hydrotians have long manipulated water, but not genetics. We see potential in learning from your approach to better understand adaptation in non-aquatic species. Syl communicated through a series of subtle waves and vibrations. Eliza was fascinated. There's certainly a lot we can explore together. Your mastery over aquatic environments could offer us new insights into how life adapts in different mediums. The Hydrotian floated closer, its form undulating gracefully. Indeed, perhaps we could start by examining how terrestrial organisms manage liquid balance within their cells, a challenge we do not face but may encounter as we expand to more arid worlds. The collaboration expanded to include Hydrotian technology, which provided new ways to visualize and manipulate fluids at a cellular level. Together, they began studying how various Earth organisms managed hydration and nutrient transport, a fundamental aspect of cellular biology. As the partnership flourished, Eliza realized the scope of their research could have profound implications. They were not only bridging the gap between different sciences, but also paving the way for practical applications in terraforming and planetary colonization. The work drew crowds from across the ship. Delegates from arid and gaseous planets alike were intrigued by the potential applications of the hydration techniques combined with terrestrial genetic strategies. Sessions of discussion and demonstration became regular, turning the research area into a crossroads of interstellar scientific exchange. One experiment led to another, each more promising than the last. They developed a model of a cell that could thrive in both high and low moisture environments, potentially adaptable to a variety of worlds. This breakthrough was particularly exciting for the delegates from desert worlds, who saw an opportunity to re-engineer life forms to better survive in their harsh climates. Eliza documented each discovery meticulously, aware of the historical significance of their work. The implications were broad, from helping species adapt to new planets to altering the very ecosystems of their homeworlds to better suit their needs. In the midst of this whirlwind of activity, Eliza received a message from an old mentor, Dr. Liu, who had been following her work from Earth. "Your work is not just science, it's a new form of diplomacy," he wrote. "You're not just mixing genes, but also blending the hopes and dreams of multiple worlds. Keep pushing the boundaries, Eliza." Encouraged by Dr. Liu's words, Eliza felt a renewed sense of purpose. The collaboration was about more than just scientific inquiry. It was about building bridges between worlds. The unity and understanding fostered here could serve as a model for future interspecies interactions, proving that shared goals and mutual curiosity could overcome the vast distances and differences between them. As the project's scope widened, Eliza planned a symposium where these findings could be shared with a broader audience. The excitement was palpable, and the potential was limitless. The symposium would be a celebration of their collective efforts, showcasing the unity and innovative spirit that had become the hallmark of their interstellar conference. As preparations for the symposium gained momentum, Eliza found herself increasingly at the center of a whirlwind of activity. The UNSS Concordia was transformed into a beacon of interstellar collaboration, with delegates from dozens of worlds contributing their insights and technologies to the upcoming event. One afternoon, amidst the bustling preparations, Tavar, an engineer from the technologically advanced planet Meconis, approached Eliza with a proposal. Known for their precision and advanced robotics, the Meconians had a unique perspective on biological systems. "Dr. Marin, we have been impressed by your work with genetic diversity and adaptation," Tavar stated, his metallic voice resonating slightly in the busy hallway. "Meconis has developed synthetic systems that mimic biological processes. We believe a synthesis of our technology with your biological data could open new frontiers in both fields." Eliza was intrigued by the potential of integrating organic and synthetic systems. "That sounds fascinating, Tavar. What kind of collaboration do you have in mind?" "We propose to create a hybrid system, a biosynthetic organism that incorporates human genetic adaptability with Meconian resilience," Tavar explained, displaying schematics on a holographic screen. The designs depicted intricate circuits interwoven with DNA strands, a testament to the advanced Meconian craftsmanship. The concept was revolutionary. Eliza reviewed the schematics, her mind racing with the possibilities. "This could change the way we think about life itself," she mused aloud. "Let's include this in the symposium. It could be a showcase of what we can achieve when we combine our strengths." Tavar nodded, his optical sensors glowing with approval. Together, they set up a laboratory specifically designed for their joint venture, equipping it with state-of-the-art tools for genetic and robotic engineering. As the project progressed, Eliza worked closely with Tavar, learning to integrate Meconian technology with human biological elements. The process was challenging, involving complex ethical and technical considerations. They developed protocols to ensure that their creation was both viable and respectful of the life forms it was derived from. The biosynthetic organism was designed to be capable of surviving in environments that were hostile to organic life. Its cells were fortified with nanomachines, enabling it to repair and regenerate itself from damage that would be fatal to natural organisms. This resilience, combined with the genetic diversity of human DNA, created a being that was both robust and adaptable. Interest in their work grew as the symposium approached. Delegates from environmental extremes, both hot and cold, high gravity and low, saw potential applications for their own worlds. the biosynthetic organism could be the key to colonizing planets previously deemed uninhabitable. Meanwhile, the symposium's agenda expanded, with sessions covering the ethical implications of biosynthetic life, the technical challenges of blending organic and mechanical systems, and the potential for future interspecies projects. Eliza found herself at the heart of debates and discussions, championing the collaborative spirit that had brought them to this point. As they unveiled the biosynthetic organism at the symposium, the reaction was a mixture of awe and controversy. Some hailed it as a masterpiece of interstellar science, while others questioned the wisdom of blurring the lines between organic and synthetic life. The debates were intense but always respectful, reflecting the diverse perspectives of the gathered delegates. Through these discussions, Eliza realized that their creation was not just a scientific achievement, but also a symbol of what could be accomplished when different worlds and different minds came together. The symposium concluded with plans for further collaboration and exploration, and a renewed commitment to pushing the boundaries of what was possible in science and diplomacy. The impact of the symposium rippled out beyond the UNSS Concordia, inspiring similar initiatives across the galaxy. Eliza, once just a biologist, had become a pioneer at the intersection of biology and technology, a leader in a new era of exploration and understanding. The legacy of their work promised to shape the future of interstellar relations, fostering a universe where cooperation and innovation were the keys to unlocking the mysteries of the cosmos. In the aftermath of the symposium, the UNSS Concordia became a hub of innovation, a place where the seeds of new ideas sown during the event began to sprout. Eliza, now recognized as a leading figure in interspecies scientific collaboration, continued her work with an expanded network of partners from across the galaxy. The biosynthetic organism, dubbed Cynthia by a delegate fond of human names, became the cornerstone of a new interdisciplinary research program. Eliza and her team, including Tavar and representatives from Hydros and Tetra Prime, focused on refining Cynthia's capabilities and ensuring its adaptability to various planetary environments. The challenges were immense. Each test in a new environment brought unforeseen complications that required innovative solutions. Cynthia needed to not only survive but thrive, adapting to fluctuations in temperature, gravity, and atmospheric composition. The team's efforts were a blend of biology, engineering, and environmental science, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible. As the project progressed, Eliza organized a series of workshops aboard the UNSS Concordia to share their findings and techniques. These workshops attracted young scientists and engineers from many species, eager to learn and contribute. Eliza found great satisfaction in mentoring the next generation, sharing her knowledge and passion for a field that had expanded far beyond her original scope. The success of Cynthia opened discussions on ethical standards and regulations for biosynthetic lifeforms. Debates that had started at the symposium continued, now with real data and experiences to guide them. Eliza participated actively in these discussions, advocating for responsible innovation that respected both the synthetic and organic aspects of new life forms. Amidst her many responsibilities, Eliza received an invitation to speak at the Galactic Science Summit, an event that brought together the brightest minds from around the universe. Her presentation on the integration of diverse scientific and cultural perspectives in research was met with standing ovation, cementing her reputation as a pioneer in her field. The summit was a turning point, not just for Eliza, but for interspecies collaboration. It led to the establishment of the Intergalactic Science Coalition, a body dedicated to fostering scientific exchange and cooperation. Eliza was asked to serve as one of its founding members, a role she accepted with enthusiasm. The coalition worked on numerous projects from terraforming and planetary restoration to advanced healthcare systems that combined the best of multiple worlds. Eliza's early work on human reproductive biology seemed a lifetime away, yet it was the foundation upon which her broader achievements were built. Years later, as Eliza prepared to retire from her active role in the coalition, she reflected on the journey her life had taken. From a nervous presenter at an interstellar conference to a leader in galactic science, her career had been nothing short of extraordinary. Her retirement ceremony was held aboard the UNSS Concordia, now a museum and educational center. Young students from various planets listened intently as she shared her experiences, encouraging them to pursue their curiosity and build upon the collaborative spirit she had helped foster. As the ceremony concluded, Eliza stepped away from the podium, her heart full of memories and pride. The universe, with all its mysteries and challenges, seemed a little smaller, a little more familiar. And as she walked through the crowd of well-wishers, she knew that the legacy of her work and that of her colleagues would continue to inspire and guide future generations as they reached for the stars.